According to several authoritative sources at once, including Reuters, Bloomberg, and analysts at Morgan Stanley, Elon Musk has been preparing behind closed doors for several months one of the most ambitious announcements in the history of Tesla, a new version of the humanoid robot Tesla Optimus, which internally is referred to under the unofficial name Optimus Gen-3 or Optimus Prime. And while previous versions were perceived as technological demonstrators, now, judging by leaks, we are talking about a full-fledged product that could go beyond laboratories and factories, becoming part of the everyday life of millions of people. Insiders claim that the presentation may take place as early as the end of 2026, approximately in November to December, and not at a separate event, but in the format of a large-scale new-generation AI day, where the emphasis will be placed not on code and algorithms, but on the real capabilities of physical intelligence. Sources close to the company say that Musk is deliberately delaying the announcement until the last moment to avoid copying of key technologies by competitors, including Chinese corporations and projects linked to state initiatives in robotics. This explains why there is extremely little information in the public domain, despite the fact that within Tesla, the development has already reached its final stage. The main thing that distinguishes the new version of Optimus from all previous ones is not just improved mechanics or smoother movements. We are talking about a complete transition to the concept of physical AI, where the robot does not simply execute commands, but understands the surrounding world, interprets it, and makes decisions in real time. The basis of this breakthrough, according to analysts, will be the integration of an advanced version of Grock, the artificial intelligence from xAI, which will effectively become the brain of the robot. Unlike classical assistants, Grock in this configuration will function not as a chatbot, but as a full-fledged cognitive system capable of analyzing visual data, predicting actions, and learning through interaction with the real world. Essentially, Tesla is creating not just a robot, but a physical embodiment of a neural network capable of acting in space. This means that Optimus Gen-3 will be able to perform tasks that previously required human involvement, from work in manufacturing to complex domestic scenarios. According to Goldman Sachs, such systems could increase labor productivity in certain industries by tens of %, completely transforming the economics of entire sectors. From a technical standpoint, the new version of Optimus will receive a radically updated architecture. Sources report a significant enhancement of motor skills. The robot will become approximately 40 to 60% faster compared to the previous generation, and its strength capabilities will allow it to lift weights of up to 80 to 100 kilograms without losing stability. Special attention has been paid to the hands. Tesla has developed a new manipulator system with an increased number of degrees of freedom, which will allow the robot to perform delicate work, including electronics assembly, tool handling, and even cooking. But the real revolution lies not in the hardware, but in the software. Thanks to the integration of Grock, the robot will be able to understand the context of tasks. For example, if told clean the room, it will not simply execute a predefined set of actions, but will independently determine what exactly needs to be done, organize items, vacuum, wipe dust, and structure the space. This represents a transition from automation to true intelligence. According to preliminary estimates, the price of such a device at launch may range from $20,000 to $30,000, making it comparable to a mid-range car. Musk has previously hinted that in the long term, the cost could decrease to the level of $10,000 to $15,000, which would open the path to mass adoption. Sales, according to insiders, may begin as early as 2027, initially in limited volumes for corporate clients and then for private users. If analysts' forecasts are to be believed, Optimus could become not just a new product, but the foundation for an entirely new economy. Imagine a home in which a robot performs most routine tasks: cooking, cleaning, helping with children, monitoring safety, or a factory where a significant portion of processes is automated not through conveyor lines, but through universal robots capable of adapting to any tasks. This is not just an increase in efficiency, it is a fundamental change in the structure of labor. However, along with this comes serious questions. because a technology capable of replacing humans in physical labor inevitably becomes a threat to millions of jobs. Experts are already warning that the mass deployment of humanoid robots could lead to a sharp rise in unemployment in a number of sectors, including logistics, manufacturing, and even services. Moreover, the question of control remains open. How safe is it to entrust a complex AI-driven system with performing tasks in the real world? What will happen in case of an error? Or, even more concerning, in case of deliberate interference? Some analysts compare the current situation to the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, when machines began displacing manual labor. But unlike the past, we are now talking not just about mechanization, but about the creation of systems capable of thinking and making decisions. This is a qualitatively new level that can change not only the economy, but the very nature of human society. And perhaps this is exactly why Elon Musk is so cautious in his public statements. On the one hand, he actively promotes the idea of robotization as an inevitable future. On the other, he has repeatedly warned about the risks associated with the development of artificial intelligence. In the case of Tesla Optimus, these two directions converge at one point, creating a product that is simultaneously the greatest opportunity and a potential threat. Essentially, we are standing on the threshold of a moment when technologies stop being just tools and begin to become independent participants in the economic and social system. And if the current leaks are confirmed, the announcement of the new Optimus could become the very event that divides history into before and after. For now, it remains to wait for official confirmation. But one thing is already clear. The race to create physical AI has entered a decisive phase, and Tesla intends to play a key role in it. But even more importantly, according to sources close to Tesla's engineering teams, the company is already considering the next stage after the launch of Optimus Gen-3, the creation of a fully autonomous ecosystem in which dozens and then hundreds of robots will be able to interact with each other without human involvement, coordinating actions through cloud and local neural networks. This means that a single robot is no longer an isolated unit. It becomes part of a distributed intelligence, where each instance learns not only from its own experience, but also from the experience of all others. In essence, we are talking about the formation of a swarm AI in the physical world, where knowledge and skills spread instantly, like a software update. Sources claim that such an architecture is already being tested in closed zones at production sites, where Optimus prototypes perform tasks in coordination, transmitting to each other information about the environment, errors, and optimal actions. This looks like something more than simple automation. It is the early form of a new kind of collective machine intelligence. And if this system is scaled, its efficiency could be many times higher than that of any human team. In parallel, according to Bloomberg, the possibility of integrating Optimus with other products of the ecosystem is being discussed, from vehicles to energy systems. Imagine a scenario where a robot not only performs tasks at home, but also interacts with your car, manages charging, monitors the condition of equipment, analyzes energy consumption, and optimizes it in real time. This is no longer a standalone device, but a central node of the entire infrastructure. But this is exactly where the most serious concerns arise, because the more autonomous a system becomes, the harder it is to control. Security experts are already warning, if such robots gain access to critical systems, from power grids to transport, the potential consequences of errors or hacking could be enormous. And although within xAI, as claimed, multi-level protection mechanisms are being developed, including isolation of critical functions and local constraints on decision-making, it is impossible to completely eliminate risks. And if Optimus Gen-3 truly turns out to be what insiders describe, its launch will not just be another presentation, but the beginning of a new era in which the boundary between digital and physical intelligence finally disappears.